So how do you physically resist a person who is making an arrest of another person? In other words, if ICE comes in to arrest an illegal and someone demands stop that agent from making that arrest, well, how would you do it? Well, you'd have to use force. There's no other way. And yet that is what this guy, the head of the Philadelphia Bar Association, a guy named Judge Michael Snyder, a retired judge, is calling for in Philadelphia. Philadelphia Bar Association tells lawyers, judges to resist ICE arrests. I mean, folks, these people are getting more radical and more emboldened by the day. We call upon law enforcement agencies, local governments, and court administration to prevent the access of ICE agents into courthouses and to act to protect the rights of individuals lawfully. Well, they're not here lawfully. Individuals lawfully within those facilities from harassment or arrest by ICE agents, whether uniformed or not, Snyder said. So he wants the courthouse staff to intervene. ICE is legally allowed to make these arrests. They are allowed to make arrests in courthouses. And it's not this sinister thing that they're doing. These people who are in these courthouses, these illegals, have broken the law. And yet, according to this guy Snyder, well, ICE was being aided and abetted by the courthouse staff who stood by and did not intervene while ICE carried out their legal duties. And he called the ICE agents, who were simply doing their job, a police state who must be resisted by lawyers, judges, and other courthouse personnel. Must be resisted. With force, I would assume. That's the only way you resist someone who's making an arrest. And that is dangerous. And it's especially dangerous when those people you are calling on to resist are law enforcement who are armed. Right? The people they're calling on to resist are armed. So what happens is usually ICE goes to the courthouses, and it happens in sanctuary cities like Philly, because in sanctuary cities like Philly, they know that the illegal aliens are going to be at the courthouses, because unfortunately in these sanctuary cities, when ICE issues the initial detainers to local law enforcement upon the illegals' arrest, well, local law enforcement, they don't honor it in these sanctuary cities. So ICE has to go and make the arrests at the courthouses. And activist prosecutors in sanctuary cities, well, they don't exactly like that. I mean, that's dangerous. This dangerous belief that there is no need to arrest illegals is a popular notion on the left, and it is growing in popularity, and it is unfortunately not confined to the head of the bar in Philly. Because remember, Kuki Kamala, she suggested this was un-American. And she wrote, when ICE shows up at sensitive locations like schools, courthouses, churches, and hospitals, it doesn't make us safer. Oh, it incites fear in immigrant communities. This is not who we are. Oh, is that right, Kuki Kamala? And in fact, in Kamala's home state of California, they've actually passed laws that attempt to stop federal agents like ICE from arresting illegal aliens. And then across the country, in Massachusetts last year, they filed a lawsuit about it to stop ICE from being able to arrest migrants during court proceedings.
This lawsuit seeks a declaration from the court that the written ICE directive, which authorizes the arrest of people on civil charges using the courts of the Commonwealth, is unlawful.
No, it's not unlawful, you ignorant oaf. What's unlawful is breaking into the country. ICE officers absolutely can arrest an illegal alien. I mean, what nonsense to say they can't. These are people who have broken the law by being here. You think they can't get arrested? Of course they can get arrested. According to the powers of immigration officers and employees, aka the law, maybe you've heard of it, they can, if they suspect they are likely to escape before a warrant can be obtained. And in Massachusetts, well, you've got judges helping illegals escape ICE at courthouses. So, well, I'd have to believe that might be reason to believe they might escape, okay? If we simply arrested these, perhaps they wouldn't be here in order to drunk drive. I don't know. Maybe if we arrested them, they wouldn't be able to do that and kill American citizens. Because while the prosecutors in Massachusetts are trying to get illegals off the hook in the courthouses, 4 from one Massachusetts family killed by careless illegal alien driver in Florida. Careless. That's what the 26-year-old illegal was charged with. He was charged with careless driving. His charge didn't even result in a criminal arrest. It just resulted in a ticket. But he was arrested, thank goodness, by federal authorities on a visa violation, but not on the charge. So that's really cool. That's really grand. No, how could anyone in their right mind support these measures, support trying to protect people who should have never been allowed to remain in the country? And I believe it's because they are actively declaring, at least trying to declare, war on we the people, on you the citizen. Make no mistake about it. In these people's eyes, this is not your country anymore. This is everybody else's country. This is the world's country. You know, they think due process ought to extend to people who aren't citizens. They're breaking down our borders. They are ignoring our laws, and by doing so, they are causing chaos to spread. And there should be consequences for what they are doing, because you do not get to undermine our republic and just walk free. And just as the illegal alien should be severely punished for invading, for breaking into our country and breaking our laws, the agents who helped them do so should be severely punished as well.